Hey guys, it's Kim Snyder, the director of the Voice Club, here with a few tips on how you can sing beautiful things better, faster, the way we teach things at the Voice Club. Now the first thing we're going to look at, as we always do, is why is this song so hard to sing? Now some songs are easier for us to sing than other songs, and quite honestly, usually it comes down to there's a few parts of the song that are harder to sing, and sometimes you get to them okay, and sometimes you get to them great, and then you might have the next service and you sing the song again, and it's a train wreck. Why does that happen? Same notes, same song, same key. Well, I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to give you a couple tips to get it to go easily more often. We're going to take a look at this song in the original key, and the original key is D. So the song is, you make beautiful things out of the dust, blah, 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 and it goes on, right? Okay, now the reason this song is so hard to sing for a lot of guys, and we're going to assume the guy is singing the lead in the original key and the girl is singing that third up, and we're actually going to give the girls some tips on this song too. Okay, well, the problem is that there are vocal bridges in each octave. It's a little different place for the guys than it is for the girls, but the vocal bridge is a place where the muscles that control your vocal cords are shifting, kind of like the gears in a sports car. And how successfully they negotiate those shifts as muscles take on and switch jobs through will determine how successfully you get to different notes, and the words have something to do with that too. Now, as a general rule, the male bridge in general goes right through there. Now, so we've got most of the notes starting that chorus in the male bridge. So you're like, well, why did this guy write this song in this key? Well, to be honest, I don't know, but my best educated guess is that it's due to the slight differences in where we bridge. Now, all guys, general rule, it's true, the male vocal bridge is right in that neighborhood, but you might bridge slightly above or slightly below that place naturally, and a well-trained singer can also change where they bridge. Now, that gets more detailed than we're going to get into here, but the truth is that he wrote this song in a key that works best for his voice. May not be the key that works best for yours. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to make it better. By the way, the girl part. Oh yeah. You make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of the dust. Guess where the female bridge is? So again, we put the girl in the most awkward place for her voice too. So even if guys, you're singing this song and you're like, yeah, it's a great key for me, might not be for the girl who's singing the harmony. So we're going to give you both some tips. Now, we know the words for this song. They look a little bit like this. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things out of us. We're also going to take a look at that line that comes a little bit later in the song. You make me new, you are making me new, because there's a treble spot that tends to arrive at that place as well. Now, let's take a look at the guy part. If you would look at these words a little bit differently, you're going to be able to negotiate that vocal bridge a little bit more easily. Let me show you. We tend to look at the words, and when we look at them, this is where it tends to go wrong. You make beautiful things. You're probably not doing it to this extreme, but this is where it tends to go wrong. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful. This is the way our brain interprets these words, right? And so we push on these places. The problem is these places are not in a friendly place probably for your voice. So what we need to do is we need to approach those words a little bit differently, more like this. You make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things out of us. And all of that section in that little bridge, it goes, you make me new, you are making me new. Wherever the notes go up, even more so, you need to look at the green words on this. And if you will approach it this way, what you're going to get is a much more balanced voice through there. That means it's not going to be pulling chest and pushing through and causing nearly as much strain, which is the enemy of the voice and is the beginning of vocal damage. Don't go where it hurts. Let's just fix that sucker. This is the first step to fixing this song for your voice. Now, if we take a look at the female harmony, it looks just the same. These are the words our brain reads. We already know how it wants to interpret it, but as I told you, it has some problems in the same places. Now, we need to fix the same thing for the female part as we do for the male part because it's running through a difficult place in the female bridge, with one little difference. That really high note that just flips up there, we've got, you make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of the dust. This is what happens 9 times out of 10. You get this or this. You get beautiful things, or you get beautiful things, and then it kind of disappears, and sometimes you can't even hear where that high note is, right? Or else you get the combination thereof, and it goes beautiful things. None of those are acceptable, and you probably want a more successful way to sing it. This is the change that you should make to sing this better, faster. You make beautiful things out of the dust. When you make it full, don't back off from it. Press into it. Beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things. You make beautiful things out of us. I guarantee it will be easier for you. You narrow the rest of the things. You make me new. You are making me new. Or however you do that harmony, that part. If you'll narrow those words and make it look like this in your brain, trust me, it will come out sounding like you make beautiful things. But the note will be more balanced. And that'll mean you sound better, feel better, and can do your job as a worship leader a little bit better. Now, every voice can sing every song better, faster. It's what we teach the Voice Club that's different than a lot of other places, and honestly, most other places in the world. We have certified vocal teachers, and we train online from anywhere in the world on Skype. We teach how to sing everything in a balanced way, healthy way for your voice, and to do it better, faster. If you want to know more, sign up for our free vocal tips at thevoiceclub.com and sing better, faster today.